So interesting is how a lot of the things that I talk about and been talking about for 25 years is how we are energetic beings, that everything resides on different frequencies. So the music we listen to actually affects us physically on a cellular level, and will affect your mood, will affect your behavior. The people that you surround yourself with, their frequency and their vibration affects you. And it's interesting when people just think that's woo because we have Wi-Fi. Well, you can't see Wi-Fi. We have, even before that, fax machines where you're faxing something from here and it goes to China and they can get it there. And it's like, okay, people believed that, but they don't know how it worked. Or, there is electricity. People don't understand how that works. There is all of these invisible things that happen that are on frequency levels. And yet people question our frequency of our body and our frequency of our mind. Now, our mind, the thoughts we think have frequency. So when you're thinking negative thoughts, it's going to affect you physically and mentally, and it is going to draw to you things that you don't want. If you're constantly thinking about things that you don't want, things that you hate, things that are bothering you, it is projecting that energy out and it is pulling it to you. And the opposite is true. You are focused on things that you love and you're giving gratitude and you're giving thanks for your health and the abundance around you and the life that you have. You're going to continuously getting more of that. But a lot of people are still not aware. And here's the funny thing with the spiritual community is I see a lot of people that are preaching this, but then they're also living a negative life in real life, and they're talking negative about people, and they're judging deeply with other people. And so what I like to suggest to people, I don't like to tell people, I like to suggest to people is start to really focus on self-love and start to see how things really start to transpire in your life. And I'm not talking about like egotistical, because there's a big difference between ego and real self-love. There's a big difference. When you have a lot of self-love for yourself, you're pulling other people up and you're helping others, and you are, being that beacon of light. And so when we start to do that, we're going to start to see everything in our life shift.